The city of Jacksonville Beach is one of many coastal communities affected by chronic flooding caused by tropical storms, hurricanes, and heavy rains. Flooding is especially problematic on State Road A1A between the blocks of Beach Boulevard and Seagate Avenue. The roadway in these areas fills with water, causing road closures that adversely affect motorists and A1A's use as an official emergency evacuation route. A1A has come a long way in the last century, evolving from a dirt path in the 1850s to a paved road in the 1930s, and for much of that time the area drained either to an open canal along what is now 8th Street or directly to the ocean. Major improvements are needed to reduce flooding to A1A between Beach Boulevard and Seagate Avenue and provide increased water outflow.
Hi, I'm Mayor Charlie Latham from the City of Jacksonville Beach. I'd like to thank the DOT for all the cooperation that we've received over the last several years to fix a problem that's been here for decades. In fact, 40 years ago when I was a junior at Fletcher High School, we used to ride around in the rain and tow each other on ski boards and on 1st Street and 2nd Street. So I can tell you from personal experience, this is at least a 40-year problem. We've worked very hard with the DOT. I'd like to especially thank District 2 Secretary Evans, the Northeast Florida legislation. Everybody's worked together to make this happen. We're very excited about this project. This is something that's very long overdue, and it's going to be the first step in a long series of steps to get this problem finally resolved. But thank you very much for all the help, DOT. Thank you to the state legislatures, and we look forward to getting this problem resolved for our citizens.
The Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, drainage system down 8th Street, constructed and modified from the 1850s to 2005, is one of the main stormwater outfall systems for the city of Jacksonville Beach. To control water generated by storm events, the city and FDOT constructed a network of storm sewer systems and open drainage canals that carry the storm water to the intercoastal waterway across Penman Road via Hopkins Creek. Due to the density of development contributing to the stormwater system, its original design capacity has been exceeded, and it cannot move water fast enough away from A1A to Hopkins Creek, causing flooding. Worsening this issue is the fact that the entire area is relatively flat. Stormwater enters Hopkins Creek from Atlantic Beach, Neptune Beach, and Jacksonville Beach. The water has to pass through the Kings Road Bridge on its way into the intercoastal waterway. The drainage area totals almost 4 square miles, as water from Jacksonville, Neptune, and Atlantic beaches enter the creek. State Road A1A contributes to only 1% of this drainage area. During major storm events, the total amount of runoff from these combined areas overwhelms the capacity of the bridge opening, causing water to back up within the creek and spill over the causeway. As a result of these flooding issues, FDOT created a detailed stormwater model of the 8th Street outfall in 2015, including the area from Beach Boulevard to north of the city limits, and also portions of Neptune and Atlantic beaches. Flood data taken from tropical storms Debbie and Karen were used to test the ability of the model to reproduce real-world flood elevations. The study provided alternatives to help FDOT choose the best plan possible to achieve the greatest reduction in flooding, utilizing a construction budget of only $25 million. The logical solution was to work back from the intercoastal waterway upstream through the drainage system as far as the budget would allow, starting by removing soil, build up West Penman Road, then to improve the existing drainage canal which outfalls to Hopkins Creek, increasing stormwater carrying capacity in the system. The improvements will help minimize flooding by moving the water faster through the canal, decreasing the depth of floodwaters, which in turn will help the entire area drain faster. This project will include replacing the Kings Road Bridge to provide a wider opening. The new bridge will be approximately the same elevation as the existing bridge. A detour will be necessary during construction of the new bridge. And regrading and widening the canal from Penman Road East to the existing box culvert. While a number of trees will need to be removed during the project, every effort will be made to maintain existing foliage. Additional work will include replacing the roadway crossings at 5th Street, Seagate Avenue, and 15th and 18th Avenues North. Traffic will be affected and detour routes will be required during the improvements, which are planned to begin in spring of 2018. Closing and detour dates will be displayed on portable message signs at least 1 week in advance. During construction, local access to businesses, schools, and adjacent residences in the construction zone will be maintained at all times. 3 schools are located in the construction area. FDOT will make every effort possible to minimize disruptions by coordinating construction activities to limit excessive noise and interruptions during school hours. During canal work, clearing will occur first, followed by sheet pile wall installation, regrading, placement of bedding stone on the canal floor, and sodding. The work will require staging equipment and materials in and around the canal. Trucks will deliver and remove equipment and materials and haul away vegetation and soil.
Anti-vibratory methods will be used to install sheet piling. This will reduce excessive noise but not eliminate it entirely.
Earth-moving equipment, including front-end loaders and excavators, will be used to regrade and reshape the canal. Construction for this improvement project is expected to take over 2 years to complete. It is important to realize the proposed improvements maximize the current available funding and will only help reduce flooding on A1A between Beach Boulevard and Seagate Avenue during significant rainfall and storm events. This project will not alleviate all flooding, and future projects will be needed. FDOT is committed to continue working with state and local officials to achieve effective results and to help keep the city of Jacksonville Beach above water.